I get the privilege to introduce this man once again. We are headed to his neck of the woods. Okay, this is the cool thing. We're headed to his neck of the woods, and so we're all about to gather and everything. We get to see him in his elements. Different places he's talked to us about, the different things he's shown us, and just on basically how to produce, how to recruit. All this, we're basically going into his stomping grounds, and so it's really good to hear from him. Last week was hilarious, which I felt like actually it was my life. I was like, my life's hilarious, but I'm okay with that. So with it, we'll talk more about that. Anyhow, it is good just to see everyone. And so let me just introduce this man, Mr. Sam Foster, who is leading up in Dallas. He is one of the main leaders there, right there, getting them through. Mr. Sam Foster, are you here?
Okay, thank you. I'm actually on location myself in the Dallas area. Yes, I am peaking. I stepped out for a little bit and got into a office space. So the light may go down for a minute because it's on motion detector, but I am on location getting ready for the international. Ladies and gentlemen, I thank you for jumping on the call. I know everybody's scattered about right now. Everybody's flying in, driving in, busing in, training in. It doesn't matter. Everybody's carousing to one location, and that is downtown Dallas, Texas. Your face must be in the place. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. We are hosting this event the next couple of days. So everything is big in Texas. That's right. Peaking is big. Acquiring customers is big. Everything is big. We do it big. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. If you're taking notes, I'm getting right to the point. I'm not going to belabor the fact. I'm getting right to the point. If you're taking notes, the title of my message today is Shadow Boxing, Fit for the Fight. That's right, shadow boxing, fit for the fight. And little tidbit, little sidebar, I want to say congratulations to my cohorts, my team members out here in Texas. A few of them that's Marla Blake. She was selected to sit with the co-founders later on today and give them Q&A. Okay, so congratulations to Marla Blake if she's not on the call, and also to my brother, my partner in crime, Mr. Joe Marshall, for getting that promotion done to regional director representing from the Dallas marketplace. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. We are doing big things. All right. We are doing big things. With that said, shadow boxing, fit for the fight. And I want you guys to picture in your mind, guys. I want you to picture a shadow boxer. And I was tossing my message back and forth, and I guess this message was tailor made because Mr. Thomas did something similar yesterday with Floyd Mayweather and whatnot. So I thought I saw it fit, once I was meditating on this thing, shadow boxing. So what do you do when you shadow box? For my young ladies out there, I know some of you guys don't necessarily follow sports and boxing. I got you covered, Jackie Black. I see you, Sonya Williams. I see you. I got you ladies covered. Shadow boxing is a form of boxing. Angelina, I see you on the call. And I'm specifically saying this to my ladies on the call because I know they don't necessarily keep up with sports. Some do, some do. But when you're shadow boxing, guys, you just basically throwing your jabs in the wind. You're throwing your jabs in the wind. You're not necessarily boxing anybody, but you're basically getting yourself fit for the fight. In other words, you're standing in front of your mirror and whatnot, and you're going back and forth pretty much with yourself. That's the same thing I want you, ladies and gentlemen, to think about when we're in this fight, when we're boxing this thing called entrepreneurship. That's right. That's right. I see you, sensational. When you're boxing this thing called entrepreneurship, you got to go a few rounds with yourself. You got to go a few rounds with other people because this is what we do as entrepreneurs. We shadow box a lot of times, guys. We get fit for the fight. All right. Now, if you see me at this international event, I want you personally to tell me to put them up. I want you to put your hands up like this, and I'm gonna shadow box with you. Why is that? Sensational. I'm gonna shadow box with you because you get me geared up for this second quarter. That's right. That's right, Harrison Mills, this second quarter. Daryl Ransom, this second quarter. You guys get me ready. Deborah, we get me ready for the second quarter of the year. So I'm already ready and I'm fit for the fight. So when I see you, you say put them up. I'm all right, all right. I'm back at you. I'm back at you. A little technical difficulty, but that's all right. We still gonna shadow box. Let me get through with this. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're taking us, I want you to think about two things. Two things. Two phases of being an entrepreneur. It's only two phases to being an entrepreneur. Deborah, is two phases to being an entrepreneur. I want you guys to put this in your mind while you're thinking about shadow boxing, while you're thinking about getting yourself fit for this fight. It's only two phases. Two phases that'll get you in the right position as an entrepreneur, especially in ACN. You got to remind yourself now, it's only two. Fear of rejection is number one. Fear of rejection. You can get that out of the way. Hold on, that's my light again. That's right. That's right. They don't want me to get this message out, Harrison, but I'm getting this message out. This thing is on fire. I get it. I get it. I wouldn't want me to get it out either. I know it. I know it was a blackout. I'm a black in. I'm black in. Can everybody see me? I'm black in, back in. Watch this. Fear of rejection. This is what get us all as an entrepreneur. This is what stalls us, guys. Jackie Black, this is what stalls us. Fear of rejection and fear of challenging yourself. That's right. That's right. That's right. You get past them two. If you can get past them two, Bob Meyer, if you can get past those two, Danny Payne and Alberta, Canada, if you can get past those two, you done beat him already. You done beat it. You fit for the fight. You won the battle. If you can get past those two, fear of being rejected, right? Fear of being rejected and fear of challenging yourself. That's all it is, guys. So if you can get in the mirror every morning before you walk out your door, before you challenge yourself to talk to anybody, to make a phone call, to do anything, got anything to do with entrepreneurship / ACN, if you can lick those two things, Jabri Clemens, Dan Jones, if you can lick those two things, Louisa Payan all the way in the Asian marketplace, if you can lick those two things, you got everything else beat. And I recognize this, guys, as I go and peep day to day. And it hit me like a ton of bricks. It's the fear of rejection. Most people don't want rejection, so they don't even want to start. Well, how you know that, Sam? Okay, I'm going to get a little personal for you. Since I went down this personal road last week, I'm going to continue down this personal road. I picked a gentleman the other day. The gentleman said he owned a small business. He was trying to get it off the ground. I said, wow. I said, we got a big thing coming up this weekend down Dallas. I said, love to have you come out. I said, I know your day may be a little cramped because it's on a Saturday. I said, but Saturday evening, we're going to do a little meet and greet, have you meet this young man who's personally responsible for 18 millionaires in 20 years, multi-millionaire, private jets, the whole nine. I said, well, what do you have to lose? But you got everything to gain. Here you go, here you go, here you go. So now I'm jabbing him. Sonia, I'm jabbing him. I got him up against the rope, right? Because I make him think. When I do that, guys, I make them think. Now they thinking, well, I got to feel lost now. Now that fear of rejection got to go away now because the person got to feel lost. Okay, I told him, I said, what do you got to lose? But you got everything to gain, right? Watch this. Now let me show you how they can drop back. Now they can drop back. Watch them, Jackie Black. They'll drop back on you. He had a nerve to tell me, he said, hey, come to think about it, my son's coming into town. See, somebody heard this before. Watch this now. Watch this, guys. I'm gonna give you the antidote and the remedy how you can kick that foolishness out the water. Watch this. He said, I got my son coming into town from Houston. He said we hadn't seen him since December. He said he coming in Friday night. He leaving out Sunday night. I said, oh yeah. He said, yeah. He said, we might not be able to make it. I told him, I said, well, bring him with you. Sonya. Daryl Ransom. Watch this now. I put that backbone and posture right back on that fella. I said, well, bring him with you. Watch this now. He's stuck. He absolutely got stuck because he wasn't expecting me to come back. You got to give a little pushback, guys. You ever been in the ring, guys, and you see them guys on the ropes? First thing they do is they push back a little bit to get themselves some little room. So that's what I did. I had to push back on him. I had to let him know, wait a minute, bring him with you. You said you got an up and coming business. I'm finna get you to meet thousands of people that's going to be walking around. I mean, you be able to bless yourself with the business that you do and possibly see what we do in order to make a decision whether you want to come and join our team, which we got thousands of people backing us up. Watch this. Or potentially be a customer. And then you can make your own mind up, sir. And then at that point, worst case scenario, you're in a win-win situation. And after that, I can ask you, who do you know I need to know? So now the food is in your lap. Watch that part. Watch that part. Somebody got that. Somebody got that. I felt it when I said it. Somebody got that. See, right then and there, guys, you give yourself a balance. Now you put the situation back in their lap. Why I got to always be in your lap? You put it back in their lap. The fear of rejection, I don't have no problem with that. Why I don't have no problem with that, Sonya Williams? I don't have no problem with that because the first thing I do when I meet somebody cold market, watch this, Sonya, I'm going to compliment them. Watch that, boy. Sonya, I'm going to compliment them. I don't know them, they're a stranger. Don't make me no difference. They are ransom. I'm a compliment. Some on their body I can compliment them on. Some on their footwear I can compliment them on. It's just a casual compliment. I don't have to go deep with the situation at all. Just a casual compliment to break the ice. Somebody needs to get that. So when you come into Dallas, since there's so many of us in Dallas, and you guys are included, and you're not going to be at a lack for peaking nobody in Dallas. I guarantee you a lot of people still don't know about ACN in Dallas, and you're going to be downtown Dallas. Oh my God. Every person you bump into during this, if they ain't got a backpack on their back or if they don't have an ACN logo, they probably don't know about ACN because there's so many people in the Metroplex. Think about it. So you can get all those people by a simple compliment. How you know that, Sam? I do it all day, every day. I do it all day, every day. And I'm still meeting new people day to day to day to day. It does not matter. So when you come into a new city, I say, well, I don't know if I can do it. I don't know nobody out there. You're not supposed to know nobody. Your best people are going to be cold market people anyway. Because they're not going to prejudge the situation, really. And what can it hurt if they look at your information? How many people got a card ready to go? You coming all the way this way, you don't have a card? You don't have any kind of tools in your hand? Okay, let's say you're scared at the airport. Okay, we'll give them a card. Watch this, watch this, guys. Watch this, Deborah. I do a little something and just give them the card. Watch this. This is what I say a lot of times when I'm in a rush, guys. I said, let me know what you like about it. Give me a call, my number on the call. And I go on about my business. So if I'm gonna pick somebody, at least they got my information. I hear somebody out there right now. Jareek Clemens. I hear somebody out there right now saying, what if they throw the card down? Let them throw it down. Somebody gonna pick it up. And what if somebody calls? I'd rather get 1,000 cards on the ground than no cards at all laying around. Let me do that again. I'd rather get 1,000 cards laying down on the ground than no cards at all being around. Think about it. You got a 50% chance when you put something in their hand, guys. You got a 0% chance when you do nothing. Oh, well, let me get out of that. Let me get out of that. I felt that when I said it. Let me get out of that. I felt that when I said it. You got a 50% chance of doing what you got to do when you give them something tangible. You got a 0% chance when you don't do nothing at all. So with that said, ladies and gentlemen, I want you guys to recognize what you have at your fingertips. Whether you come in to elevate, whether you something happened and you just had to stay at home this time, that's fine. But if you stay at home, don't stay in the bed. Let me get out of that. If you stay at home, don't stay in the bed. Get up, get out and do something. Get up, get out and do something if you ain't at the elevate, if you ain't at this international. So what does that mean? You get to lay off for a couple of days because everybody at the international? Quite the contrary. Quite the contrary. Especially if you're in your city. What contrary to everybody that's going to the international, you got more people to talk to at your city. You're supposed to. Think about that for a second. Think about that for a second. I'm gonna leave you with a couple of case scenarios, guys, and I'm gonna be off. Watch this. I also picked another young lady I have been trying to pick out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. She called me and she said, well, I don't know if I'm interested. Watch this for some of my fellas out there, because you guys do know when we do this business, some people may take a liking to you. You know, I don't think I'm a bad looking fella, you know what I'm saying? But I'm taking. So watch this. Let me give you a scenario. So I go to pick the young lady. I have been picking her for a few months, you know, long distance peaking. I met her at a conference. So she said, well, I want to do this, but I'll bet somebody and allow them to get in the business. If you give me their name, I'll write a check. I had to really think about that, guys. Hold on, this is blackout again. That's right, guys. The enemy is busy, but I'm busier. Watch this part. So I sat down and I had to think about it. I had to do quick thinking now, guys. I had to do quick thinking. I had to think on my feet. Now remember now, when you're boxing now, you got to think on your feet. You got to think on your feet. Same as in your mental. You got to think on your feet. So I said, no, I don't think that would be a good idea. But I did compliment her. I said, that's mighty kind of you. I said, but instead of doing that for me, since you don't want to get in the business, how about supporting me in getting my services and passing the information on to everybody else you know? So what I did professionally, Daryl Ransom, what I did was I resent her my website information through text, right? And put all that in text, and I said, shop now. Feel free to pass my information and give me your opinion. So that way she can send all of my information to all these referral people. I still get my situation accomplished with making contact with people that I don't know. And I don't hold myself on the hook, Miss Sonia, for somebody thinking I need to date them in order to pimp my business, for lack of a better word. Keep it professional. And I know the women go through things like that all the time, but I want to put a spin on it as a male. We go through some of the same things, especially when they see you professionally dressed up and smelling good. But you got to keep professional. Why? Because if you don't do that, guys, what happens is it's going to come back and bush you in the face. Because then somebody can say, them ACN people try to do X, Y, Z. No. Remember now, we represent a brand. We represent a global brand. So how you do one thing, guys, should be how you do everything. And I can guarantee you this, just my opinion now, just my opinion. If you keep it professional, you're going to always attract the right people for the right reasons, not the wrong reasons. And then you don't have to come to an international endeavor and hide and duck and dodge, right? Like you're playing dodgeball because you didn't try to talk to a few people, then you tried to do the wrong things at the wrong time, and now you're not professional no more, and now they pointing at you from across the way. Let me get out of that. Do you guys know that happens a lot of times, especially when you're trying to be an entrepreneur? They used to call it back in the day, he was slick oil sales. No. I don't have anything under the table. Keep it professional, guys, male or female. It's gonna make your business grow. That's gonna make you be respected. Now watch this, guys. Now you gotta respect me whether she like me or not. Like me for the right reason. Don't like me for the wrong reason. Like me as a professional. Like me, and you could say the brother's very professional. So when you give my number to somebody, or give my information to somebody, it fall up under the lines of professionalism, not games and scams and this, that, and the other, right? Because we let the documentation beat the conversation anyway. So we got to keep it that way, guys. That way we're always seen as professional people. Always remember, guys, we carry this brand. You can't get on these airplanes cussing these stewardesses out. Think about it. You represent ACN. You represent all of us, guys. You got all of us on your back. We counting on you. Remember, guys, we fitting for the fight now. We got to do things right in order to win this game. We got to do things right when we shadow boxing. We got to get up early. We got to do the right thing. We got to prepare ourselves. We got to have our mental together. We got to have our wind about us. So that way, when we go to any city, any place across the country, we can represent this brand the right way. Why? Because we on 30 plus years of doing it right and not doing it wrong. So with that said, ladies and gentlemen, I didn't want to belabor the fact. I thank you guys for coming on the call for this quick snippet, because I wanted to make sure we gave you something rather than nothing. And I know everybody's traveling and moving about. I want to see you at the internationals. And when you see Sam, say, put them up, put your hands up. I'm gonna shadow box with you. Why? Because that's letting me and you know we're not only we fit for the fight, guys, but we ready for the second quarter of the year, and we're gonna finish strong.